Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome. Amakhosi Kaizer Chiefs beats Cape Town Spurs 3-2, and there's a lot of things we're going to talk about today. But before we get to the subscribe to the channel, subscribe and like and comment. You know what to do, guys. We are going to Operation 2K, Operation AMA 2000 2K. But yeah, guys, let's get to it. First, I would like to start by saying this. Before we get to the analysis, the good and the bad, etc., let us just take this time to take in the fact that we won. Whether it's a small team or a big team, or Kaizer Chiefs won a game, we got 3 points. We got 3 points. There's a lot of things that were good, there's a lot of things that were bad, but we got a win. And you, as Amakhosi fans, as Amakhosi faithful, you must be happy with this win. Yes, a lot of us are going to have issues and here and there. And looking at this game, I feel a lot of us have when we were winning 2-0, we were comfortable and being like, yeah, we're gonna be ready for Pirates. But as the game went, you could tell, Guti, I don't think Kaizer Chiefs is ready for Pirates, even though Pirates right now is playing swag, very, very swag football. But there's a lot of things I want to highlight in this game. Let me start by saying this. We were winning 2-0, everything was going fine. And that's the from the point when we were winning 2-0. There's a lot of things in that 2-0 where I was happy before the Cape Town Spurs started coming back into the game. And when I say coming back, I don't say Cape Town Spurs were good enough to come back. No, Chiefs allowed them to come back. But yeah, before that, we Cape Town Spurs defense, I have to give them credit. Their defense was proper, looking like they were locked, and the players were blocking us. And a lot of the times it felt like when we got to the front, they had just too many players behind the ball. And I was like, how are we going to unlock these players? Because this is what used to always sharp our Mulefinseki, is that when these teams drop too deep and they have too many players around the ball, our players can think and figure out. But with Kevin Johnson ball, we weren't rushing. Most important thing, we weren't always rushing these chances. Yes, there were a lot of moments where they were rushing, but in the moments where we didn't rush, we were getting into the final third, we were getting chances, and you could tell that the team is slowly but surely starting to adapt to the principles of Kevin Johnson, but it won't happen overnight. Meaning that we are still gonna have these things that Molefe Ntsiki has been trained and others have been training into the team, where they rush. They rush everything. They rush. It's like right now Chiefs is in this moment where Kevin Johnson is teaching them to have more composure, be more calm, control the ball, etc. And they are trying to get out of this other mind that Molefe Ntsiki and others were teaching them. Go, run, sprint, break the tag, what. So you find that sometimes our players become too relaxed, very, very casual, very relaxed. And this is what I'll say. Kevin Johnson has a lot of work to do. Has a lot of work to do with these players individually. Individually. When I say individually, I'm going to count these players. I'm going to say Dove Wome, Nkosimpile Ngcobo, Mdu Shabalala, Samkelo Zwane. These four players are very crucial to how we play. But what is wrong with these four players? If you have to ask me, what is their biggest issue? It's casualness, guys. Our team is too casual. That goal that Cape Town Spurs scored, Cape Town Spurs was not creating next. But then what happened? Nkosimpile Ngcobo became casual. When I say became casual, Nkosimpile Ngcobo got the ball. He looked up front, and Cape Town Spurs were, because I think they were attacking us at that point, all of Cape Town Spurs players were still behind. So Nkosimpile Ngcobo just had to either carry the ball forward, find a pass, release Ranga, or switch the ball, release Umdu Shabalala. But most important in what I'm trying to say, Nkosimpile Ngcobo was meant to go forward, meaning Guti, He was meant to continue the pressure on Cape Town Spurs. But what Umkosi Ngcobo did is he turned around, which is what a lot of our midfielders were doing. Castillo was doing this. Dolly was doing this. Mdushabalala at some point was doing this. Nkosi Ngcobo was doing this. They turn around when we were in good position and they pass the ball back. And what happened is that they pass the ball back to the defenders. Then Cape Town Spurs goes and starts putting pressure on those very same defenders. Then these defenders, like they lose, they get scared and then they just kick forward or whatever. Then they pass Cape Town Spurs, and that is exactly what happened. Chiefs ended up passing Cape Town Spurs. Cape Town Spurs kicked the ball over Msimango and Diklokwe, and then they scored the goal. These things of Chiefs being casual is very bad. Another bad thing that I highlighted in this game is that, and this is Udove, I will say, very casual in certain moments of the game, and these are the things that cost us. What I'll say is this: Frosler, I really like Frosler as a player, as a defender. I like him so much, especially this season. But what I'm starting to pick up is this: for whatever reason, guys, when teams go and attack us on Frosler's side, they always find a way to get the ball past him. I don't know if Frosler is lacking support or whatever, but something Frosler is doing doesn't always, the ball always comes out. Let me just put it to you that way. The ball always comes out on Frosler's side. These two goals that were scored didn't come from Dove's side. They came from Frosler's side. Frosler's side is lacking closing down. Like the second goal that they scored, where that 17-year-old boy scored the goal. The guy on the left, like that Burns or whatever his name is, was running on the left, and then our defenders, I think it was Umodi or someone, and Frosler were watching this guy. They were running with him like side by side, opening space. And the first, when I looked at this chant, I was like, this guy is not gonna cross. This white guy is not gonna cross. What he's gonna do is he's gonna pass Pewa, who is running right there, because they're not putting pressure on this guy. So they're giving this guy the option. They're saying, you won't cross, but pass your player there. Then this guy was like, oh, you want me to pass this guy? That guy passes that guy. That guy turns, he's already in the box. No pressure on him. He passes. Oh, Luke Batman. Luke Batman scores, kicks goal. That move that Cape Town Spurs used to beat us was 3 touches. What was wrong with those moves? No pressure. We did not put pressure. This is an issue that I'm starting to realize is happening too much on Frosler's side. Frosler's side is starting to leak because they always get the ball passed. Against Sundowns and all these teams, we always protect Frosler because it does so well generally in the game. But this thing of him not closing down a player and allowing these players to cross is a problem. So I'll go there. But I don't want to only talk about issues. The good thing, movement of the ball. Ranga played so well. Ranga released these guys like crazy. You know, if you have to watch Ranga's game, guys, watch his passes. Ranga passed Modi. Modi was one-on-one with the keeper. Then Modi went and passed Espuku. I don't know who he was passing, but Modi went and passed Espuku. And I'm like, Modi, Kandi, what soccer do you play, Baba? Kandi, who are you passing? Because you were the only chess player in the 18 area, and then you passed someone to score a tap in. And I'm watching this guy. I'm like, and then when like the fans, when the camera goes on Modi, the first thing Modi does is that he picks up his hands. He's like, how? I was passing you. He's like, how? I was not in the box. How were you passing me when I'm not in the box? You were alone. The only option you had was to try and take a shot, because no one thought you were going to beat that guy with pace. You know. So I'll say this. But let me run through the players quickly. I'll start by saying this. We are leaking goals. No matter what we say, we are leaking goals. We have bought new defenders. The only thing we didn't buy so far is a new keeper. I'm gonna say this, guys, and a lot of you are going to probably understand what I'm going to say. Great teams need great keepers. Why? Look at Real Madrid has Courtois, Liverpool has Alisson, and all these guys, and all of and Edison for Man City and etc. What I'm trying to highlight is that these goalkeepers, the ways they're so good, they'll make you think they are defenders or like exceptional and out of this world. But the amount of one-on-ones these guys save, the amount of chances these guys save, you will realize that they save their team. Even if you go to Ter Stegen, how many chances does Ter Stegen save in a game? There is so many, and that's why I say Chiefs needs to look for a seriously good goalkeeper because the goalkeeping department needs to be fixed. Not that I'm blaming Cunha for a lot of these things, but there's a problem there, and I feel it starts in the with the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is the spine. When the goalkeeper, when we keep changing goalkeepers every game, keep changing goalkeepers every game, meaning that there's something wrong. Something is definitely wrong with the goalkeeping. But yeah, the Tloko and Simango, same issue I have. We leaking gold. That ball over the top that was beat to the Tloko and Simango, guys, we can't be beaten like that, honestly. And I thought with Umsimango it would be better because Umsimango is faster than Unjabule Ongobo, but it was still the same thing. They still beat him. And also this thing of Titizela ring in the box. The chance that hit the pole, where Cape Town Spurs hit the pole, Msimango was Titizela ring in the box. And it almost resulted. So our defense is very teka-teka. And I don't understand because we have better defenders than last season. So Titoko and Msimango played. Oh, they didn't play well. I'll say that because the two goals we conceded. Actually, we should have actually considered three goals today, if we have to be honest. The one we got, like, it hit the pole, but in those three goals, we should have considered the center backs were the problem. The fault was with the center. When not all of the fault, but the center backs could have prevented that situation. And because the center backs didn't prevent it, those chances were scored and one was hit the pole. Left back, Dove, plays well but too casual. Dove does things in the game that allows the opposition to keep putting pressure on us, and I don't like that. So he just starts kicking snags and he just starts doing weird things. Dove acting casual, and yeah, we lose the ball. Sometimes I even feel like Shabalala and Edmison Dove should not play on the same side because they're both very casual. Shabalala gets casual and Edmison Dove gets casual and they make mistakes. That is why when Shabalala plays with Hlanti, it's more straightforward sometimes because Hlanti doesn't do these casual things that Dove sometimes does, even though Dove is the better left back at this point. Right back Frostline, like I said, is leaking. I will say this: we always go in on Matt and say Matt had an amazing game. Matt had a very good game. I will not lie there. He was up front. He was in defense. He was all over the field. Matt had a very good game and he deserves man of the match. Matt played well. Castillo, it seems like he was playing more the defensive midfielder, but he just disappeared in this game after the goal. But I don't know how Kevin Johnson was playing them because, like, a lot of the times we couldn't tell who is the actual defensive midfielder between Matt and Castillo because both of them were in the front attacking. So both of them, you'd find them in the box. Because let me give you an idea of why I say both of them were found in the box. The first goal we scored, where Castillo scored, who passed Castillo? It was mad. But those two are basically our defensive midfielders. So our defensive midfielders were passing each other and scoring. So it's like, who is like, because that we know Nkosimpile Ngcobo is not a defensive mid, so he was not at the back. But yeah, so Nkosimpile Ngcobo, very good game. You can tell the boy still needs to get in shape. This thing of not playing Nkosimpile Ngcobo is killing us. But the way Nkosimpile Ngcobo was breaking Cape Town Spurs from the middle. You know what? You can say whatever you want to say about Nkosimpile Ngcobo, but your talent, guys, there are certain players who are so talented in South Africa and in Kaizer Chiefs that, you know what, Nkosi Ngobo has been gifted with football intelligence. He just needs to keep playing. He just needs to keep playing. Nkosi Ngobo just needs. For me, the as good as Matt was, as good as Abumdu Shabalala played, one much better today, as good as Ranga played, my best player for me on the field today was Nkosi Ngobo. Nkosi Ngobo was my best player. Nkosi Ngobo unlocked Cape Town Spurs, guys. Unlock. You know, when I say unlock, I mean like, yo, he basically kakamulad the Cape Town Spurs, one man. He would take his key, Alvad. But like I said in the beginning, if he can just take out his casualness, get his fitness right, get his mind right, not switch off in the game, he will be our star player. Like, after watching this game, I am convinced our most talented player in Kaizer Chiefs right now is Nkosi Mpile. Oh, that boy, guys. Yo. He was getting the ball in with 3 players around him, still finishing them, all 3 of them, and passing the ball the right way. This guy was good. But yeah, so what I'll say is this. You can tell what Kevin Johnson is cooking. We can all tell them. But at the same time, don't get too happy with this win. Why? Because it's Cape Town Spurs. Cape Town Spurs only has Cape Town Spurs only has 3 points in like 11 games or something like that. So Cape Town Spurs has basically lost 10 games. If they have played 11, they've lost 10. They've only beat Pirates, but other than that, they have lost basically 10 games, and that includes us. But what I'm trying to say is this. We are going to find more well-structured teams. We are going to find more teams that are going to play well. But what I'm saying is this. It seems good so far with Kevin Johnson. It seems we're going in the right direction. It seems the right players are on the field. It seems he's using Ranga the right way. He's using Saile the right way. He's using Shabala. Like, these players are starting to come out and you're starting to see them for their talent, not just like Abo Ping Pong Lana, where you can't tell what they're doing. So that's what I have to say, guys. I'm going to do player ratings tomorrow, but I'll say this. We played well. It was a good game. Not amazing game. It was a good game. We played well, but casualness needs to go. There's a lot of issues still in the game, a lot of issues, but we cannot expect Kevin Johnson to fix a team so quickly. He just took the job like now 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, and he's doing a lot in that 2 weeks. But yeah, we can tell the difference. That's one thing I'll say. We can all tell the difference so far from what we're seeing. So well done, Amakhosi, for the win. Soweto Derby is gonna come. We're gonna talk about the Soweto Derby, but for now, let's enjoy this win. Well done, Amakhosi.